nice, isn't it?
Oh, it's nice, man.
I like it.
It's nice.
I'm a big fan of these chairs.
Nice.
Hey guys, Danny Shade with the Danny Shade Show, and I got a special treat for you today. I got a guy with a direct line to Jesus.
Oh, I don't know.
So he's my pastor. His name's Steve Smith, my pastor, but he's also one of my closest friends.
Yes, we are.
So I welcome.
Good to be here, man.
That's the big intro. Just so
That's
you
a
know.
great intro.
You like that? I've been working on it.
Yeah. I wish I had that direct line. I think every once in a while he hangs up on me though.
Man,
I think
know
it's
that
when I'm
feeling.
talking about you.
I mean, what, me? Yeah. Oh no, Jesus would never. Man.
Yeah, you can.
It depends, I guess. It's been a while though. I mean, he's a forgiving guy.
Oh, yeah, he is.
So anyway, I got you in the chair. We've had a couple drinks.
Been real good. Too.
It's good stuff, isn't it? It's that holy water. No.
Color. It's just color.
So you guys got to cut him some slack, cut me some slack, because we really are friends. So like, if you're looking for this to be like a TJ Jakes or like a Joel Osteen hour, you're in trouble.
I'm not for sure if TJ was a good one to bring out, but
Nah, probably not. Yeah, I'd probably have to hide this if it was TJ. But so anyway, Steve Smith, what brought you to Perry?
well, I had
Let's get to know you.
Yeah, I had an opportunity to go from youth work in St. Louis, Missouri, to taking a senior pastor job here in Perry, and it all worked out great. Came in 1992, and never wanted to move since. It's been a great time together.
But you did move.
No, not from the church. What's the matter with you, man?
Oh.
How many of those did you take? God.
Okay,
These
so
fingers are my holding up.
So
No,
I apologize. I didn't realize
you do
that
that
we
one
were-
again, and I'm walking out.
You gonna leave? You gonna leave? You can't quit me. What would Jesus think?
That's what he's telling me.
Oh my gosh. All right, listen,
Oh,
for real.
gosh.
You need to rein it in, pal. This is a family show. You just need to calm down. All right, so you came to the Perry Church of the Nazarene, 9th and Jackson, if you're looking for a place to go
Yeah,
to church.
yep, great place.
How many years ago?
I've been here 32 years.
Wow.
I'm 33 this July.
How old were you when you started? 40?
No, what would I have been? Man, you're putting me on the spot now.
What are you talking about? On the spot? I just asked you how old you were.
No, when I came, how old was I when I came? Boy, you're gonna have to do some
You just
editing
need to
just a little bit.
just forget that's even there. These people, they don't even care about
Okay,
this. They're just watching because they're bored.
Okay, born in 56 to 92. How old would that be?
56, like doo-wop?
56. 56 to 92, what would that be, man?
I don't
Come on,
know.
help me
Don't
out.
put me out there like that. 56 to 92?
So it would be,
I don't know. I don't even care.
I think, let's take a stab at it. Let's say I was about 32. 32 to 34 when I came.
Okay.
That's a
Where
step.
were you living?
We came from St. Louis, Missouri.
St. Louis is nice.
Yeah, it was a nice place too. I was there for about 6.5 years.
Really?
Yeah, I had a great time there, And it was kind of interesting. When I came here, I had a choice to make to either go through with accepting the invitation to be at the Oklahoma City Police Academy or come here.
You were going to be a cop?
Yeah, they both happened at the same time. I think I was going through one of those midlife crises early. And I wasn't for sure what I was going to do, but my wife talked me into not going the police officer route.
Thank God.
I've been a pretty good one, man.
You think?
Compassionate, you know.
Well, you are ginger. You got the Irish thing going for you. Huh?
I'm ginger.
Yeah, you're redhead.
Yeah.
Am I the only person?
Got it so kind of sorted. I've never heard that.
You never heard me called Ginger?
No, anybody call me Ginger.
Dude, do you understand how rare it is, though? Because they say most ginger people don't have a soul. So the fact that you're a preacher, no, I'm serious. That's a true statement.
just
Google it. Google it. Google it. Google it.
I'll do that.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, you're a ginger guy. I mean, and most police guys back in the day were Irish back in the 50s for sure. Oh, well, not in the 50s, I guess. That's when you were born. But
Yeah.
but anyway, you ever wear a kilt?
Never will. No, haven't. Never will. Why would I wear a kilt?
Well, because you're Irish.
No, I'm German, man.
You're German?
Yeah, Smith.
What?
Ain't nothing Irish about Smith.
So you're German?
I'm American, man.
You are American.
That's right. All the way through.
Red blood
All the
American
way through.
man. Me too. Hey,
Yes,
I'm
you are.
okay. So anyway, St. Louis, you came here, you were 32 years old. Beautiful wife, Debbie.
Yep.
Love Debbie.
Yep.
Debbie's gonna be watching this. Give a shout out to Debbie. And then your kids,
Yeah, two great boys, Lucas and Taylor.
and they are great.
They are.
I'm big
fabulous
fans
kids.
of
Fabulous
your
kids.
guys.
Yeah.
So let's hear about them.
Well, they both graduated from here, of course, and one of them started off at Southern Nazarene University and then transferred to Oklahoma State University. That was my oldest son, Lucas, and then my youngest son, Taylor, started off at Oklahoma State University and transferred to Southern Nazarene University.
Nice.
So they did kind of a flip flop on that, and they both did great. Lucas right now is in Navarre, Florida. Has started a new church there with a new campus pastor there, and doing wonderful, just doing wonderful. And Taylor works for the Loves Corporation in Oklahoma City,
Great.
and doing really,
Great
really
company
well.
to work for.
Yeah, they're a wonderful company.
For
They
sure.
sure are. Yeah. So they're just doing great. Great families. I've got 5 grandkids, 4 girls and a boy.
Golly,
Yeah.
you'll be covered up.
It's all fun. It's all fun. Yeah.
So Lucas's church, we can't just kind of glaze over that. It's a big deal.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
No, I mean it's a big deal. Like it's square footage big deal, a spiritual big deal, just a big deal all the way around. So your son's church is in Navarre, Florida. Let me tell you about the real estate on this thing.
Yeah.
You can hit a golf ball into the ocean. Is that right?
Yeah, it's about that close.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, you could. I probably couldn't because mine would slice off, but
Right down the
yours
peninsula.
would be right down the middle of it.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. It depends. The wind was in my back, maybe.
Yeah. The church is from the Destiny Worship Center. They've kind of branched off to different communities in town. I'm not in town, in the Panhandle, and they started a brand new one in Navarre. Lucas was there for about 2 years before they built the church. They just got it built probably, maybe 2 months ago, and they opened up with which just blows my mind. They opened up with 3 services on Sunday.
The first Sunday.
Yeah, and they had over 2,000 that came total with those 3 services, which
2,000
that's a
people.
miracle. Yeah,
2,000
2,000
people.
And so after a week and a half in, they started a 4th service, and they're still averaging over 2,000 people. So
Oh
it's
my gosh.
it's something else, man.
That's
It's
awesome.
Something else. Yeah.
What's the name of the church again?
Destiny Navarre.
Destiny Navarre. You got to check it out. Just
Yeah.
Google it, Destiny Navarre, and check out this church because it is, not only is it big, but it's like very intentional. Like
Yeah.
it's awesome.
Yeah, very, very intentional, and man, they just do it right. They really do. They do it right, and not only can you go there on your vacation and stop by on a Sunday morning and have a great experience, but it's a beautiful place. Navarre is just a gorgeous place.
It is gorgeous. We went to Destin for 4th of July last year.
Yeah, just down
and we
the road.
drove through, and isn't that where the Blue Angels is and all that?
Mm-hmm.
I think so. I think so.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, they might be out of Pensacola.
Pensacola, that's
Yeah.
what it was.
Yeah. Yeah.
But anyway, Navarre was awesome. So you go from the big mega church. I mean, that's what I would classify that as.
Right.
2,000 people. That's enormous. And then you come all the way back to Perry to our church. How many people? Now we've actually been packing the house.
Yes, we have.
I
We
mean-
sure did last week, and we have up until that time, but we're probably averaging out, and I want to be as honest with this as I can be.
Oh, now you.
Yeah, it won't be the
Got
numbers I report to the big guys.
You don't report. Okay.
I thought I saw somebody.
Hey guys, that's a big guy. We'll count him as 2 people.
We're probably averaging 135 to 140.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah. What's neat?
For our footprint.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
what's neat about it, you talk about the comparison between your mega church in Navarre, Florida, or maybe one that I attend where my youngest son goes in Yukon. They're both set up so much the same. You go from those, and the intensity, I like your word you used, is really prevalent. You come to ours, so much smaller, but the intensity is just the same, I think.
Oh, yeah.
I think
Oh,
it is.
absolutely.
Yeah,
And
we're
Joden.
having great days there.
So we got Joden, our new.
Joden Jackson, yep,
Yeah.
Joden and Lily. Mm-hmm.
Talk about it.
Well, they're
Fireball
fantastic.
guy.
Yeah, he's a go-getter, and so different than I am, and that's why we hired him. We didn't need another Steve Smith, that's for sure.
You guys are
So,
polar opposites.
Yes, we are, and
Which
we
is
work well
good.
together. Yeah,
Which is good because
Yeah.
you rein him in and he lights you up.
yep.
That's how it should be.
Well, he tries to light me up.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
You know.
As long as he lights himself up, that's all that matters.
Yeah, he's done phenomenal. I mean, he just has. We had just like last Sunday, we had 6 people baptized, and there was so much excitement in there. And we probably brought in 30, 40 chairs just because we didn't have the seating. And part of that was because of Joden's work, because out of the 6, 4 of them were teenagers.
Yeah.
And it was just such a neat morning, and the way, Joden's giving me new ideas all the time, and I love new ideas. And just about all of them have worked well, and his ideas for the baptismal service was phenomenal. It just really went well.
It definitely nudged people that might have been on the fence into the direction to go because
Yeah.
it kind of made it an event.
Yeah,
It was
Yeah.
very cool.
it sure was. Second only to yours.
My baptism was.
Yeah, you have to show that picture, man.
I'll show it. I'll put it on Facebook.
Yeah, we rocked that one, didn't we?
Yeah, I almost drowned.
Well,
He had to get the
I couldn't get
he
you
had-
up, man. I couldn't get that lever going quick.
Yeah,
enough
he
to
was
pull you
just
up.
trying to make sure I got a good soak in. I think. I don't know.
Yeah, I kept you down for a while.
That's all right.
Well, you
bro.
needed to be kept down for a while.
Man,
You needed a little extra.
I'm not that big.
Well, look at. No, I'm talking about.
You talking about? Oh, getting all the sin off of it. Get the
Yeah.
scrub, get the Ajax.
Not that Jesus hadn't already done that.
Yeah,
I
oh,
just
no.
wanted to make sure.
I mean, just a little extra. I got you. Well, I felt great when I came up.
No, it was marvelous. Man, that's been my favorite.
Rod,
That's been my favorite, man. You can tell that by the picture.
get out of here.
You look at the picture.
My baptism was your favorite. Come on, man, knock that down. Huh? My man.
That's it. That's it. It's the truth.
That's awesome.
It's been.
Hey, well, it was. It was definitely. I mean, we hammed it up. I mean,
Yeah, we
we had a
did.
good time.
It's
Dude, that picture of you look like you won like the World Series or something.
Well, we won the spiritual World Series, didn't we?
That, man.
Hit it out
I'm
the
a work
park.
in progress, people.
Hit it out the park. Aren't we all?
He gave me a good scrub down though. I definitely felt better when I left.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
for sure.
We all did. That's for sure.
You all
Okay,
did.
we're done.
You're ridiculous, dude. I'm gonna post a picture though so they can see it.
You ought to do that.
I
Yeah,
will.
that's pretty neat.
I will.
That's pretty neat. Yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
funny.
Now, Perry's been a great place. It's just I mean, it's what I would call home. I live in Oklahoma City now, but that was kind of out of necessity for some other reasons. And but Perry's always home, man. It's a great place.
Man, it is. I love it.
Yeah, and we got wonderful ministers in town. I mean,
This,
let
hey,
me just say
we're
this.
not
Let me
shy
just
on
say this
churches.
real quick.
Yeah.
There's no reason to be going out of town for church.
Yeah, that's
Because
true.
we've got great ministers.
That's true.
Here in Perry. We really, really do.
Yeah, they got a little bit of everything here. I mean,
Yeah.
you got the Christian church, you got the Nazarene church, you got the Baptist church, you got the Life 180 church, Presbyterian, Catholic. Oh, our
St. Louis.
Catholic church is gorgeous.
Yeah, it sure is.
The Presbyterian church is gorgeous. They just built a new church.
It's
I mean, I'm not trying to look.
It's beautiful.
The Nazarene church is where it's at. I mean, I'm just letting you know. But I do I gotta show some love because the Presbyterian church is pretty nice.
Yeah.
And Ron Fight,
He's a great guy.
I ever tell you about the first time
Yeah,
I
you
met him?
did. That's a good story.
So
It's a good story.
So I'm gonna tell this story real quick because it's true. It's not my proudest moment, but it ended up being a heck of a conversation starter.
Oh, it did.
So I used to own some property out here across from Ditch Witch, and oh my God, I'm gonna feel like such a piece of crap. So I own some property out here in Ditch Witch, and I pull up one day, and there's like a bunch of cars just parked in my deal, and that's kind of a pet peeve of mine, man. I mean, this isn't a park and ride or a share ride or whatever to go to work.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's on your property, right?
yeah, well, it was in my office. You know what I mean? Now, granted, my office was a little roll-off building when I was first getting started, and whatever. Let's get to the deal. So I'm getting out of the car, and my guy's there, and he's like, "Man, what's up with all these people?" And I'm like, "Yeah, you're right. What's up with all these people?" And he's kind of juicing me a little bit because he knows how to get me lit up. He goes, "Man, I can't believe you're letting all these people park here." And I'm like, "You know what? You're right. Dude, they shouldn't be here, should they?" He's like, "No." I said, "Man." I said, "Hey." And there was this guy, and he was kind of far away, maybe 75, 80 yards. And I said, "Hey." And he's kind of looking at me, and I was like, "Hey, are these your cars?" And he's like, "Yeah." You could tell he didn't really hear what I was saying, I don't think.
Right.
And I was like, "You need to get your ass out of here and get these cars out of here."
Let me stop it real quick. That was pre-baptism days.
Pre-baptism. We're pre-baptism.
This is why.
Yeah, I don't cuss
this
out
is why
preachers.
I kept you down a little bit longer.
I don't cuss out preachers anymore, I swear. Okay, so I was like, "You need to get your ass out of here." And he was like, kind of looking at me crazy. And I said, "What are you doing? You just park here?" And it was like I was way more upset than he was.
Yeah.
Obviously. And
Well,
so
he knew what was coming.
dude, and so I walk up here and I'm like, "What are you doing?" And he's just like, "Oh, we're sorry. I can get these moved if you need to. We're just here for this event." And I said, "What event?" And when I said that, oh my God, dude, I'm almost embarrassed just to say it.
Well, go ahead and say it because it's getting ready to happen again.
Okay. So when I said that, I look over to where he's pointing, and as God strike me down if I'm lying, this guy comes walking up the sidewalk with a cross on his shoulder.
It was the crosswalk.
They're doing the crosswalk, and I'm roasting this guy like he didn't even hear half the stuff I said. Thank God.
That's the truth.
And then he introduces himself, and he's like, "Hey, I'm Ron Vike. I'm the pastor at the Presbyterian Church." You want to talk about feeling like you're worthless, dude. I was like, oh my God. If my grandparents were alive, they would have beat me to death.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here and this dude's walking this cross. And I said, I'm so sorry. I said, "You guys can stay here as long as you want."
You said, "Give me that cross. I need to carry it."
No, I had to get to work. But
That's what you should have said.
I should have said that. But, okay, so, yeah, that is true. The crosswalk is fixing to happen.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So, Easter's coming right around the corner.
Right.
And I don't want to close yet because I'm having fun and I still want to talk about your pickleball deal, but I do want to bring up Easter.
Okay.
or do you want to talk about pickleball first?
No, we can go ahead and do that.
I'd like to talk about the Easter thing.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
we're already on that. We're already on
Right,
that train.
Right.
Because
right.
we got a big deal that hasn't happened before.
Yeah, yeah. I've talked for some time about the possibility of having some of our churches come together for a more of a community service, Easter-wise. I just think that would be tremendous. I've talked a lot about it, haven't really got any action, but this year, Pastor Brett Nation at the Assemblies of God stepped up and he said, "Hey, why don't we do Easter together?" I said, "Let's do it." So we're having a combined service Easter Sunday morning, which I believe is April the 20th. We'll be starting at 10 o'clock in the morning at the Women's Fairground building. All the children will be meeting at the Nazarene Church. We've got special events for them over there. And it's going to be a great morning. It is really going to be a great morning. We have a special speaker that morning. The two congregations coming together to do the music. Just everything that makes the service go. So if you don't have any place to go, you ought to check out the Women's Fairground building. It's first time it's happened, and we're looking forward to it.
And even if you do have somewhere to go, this will be way cooler. So
Way cooler.
it'll be way cooler. You take your kids, drop them off. They get a healthy dose of fun, Easter, Jesus, the whole 9 yards.
That's right.
And then you come to the Women's Fairground building and you get to spend time with me and Steve.
Doesn't get any better than that right there.
Just ask me, I'll tell you all about it.
I just heard that. Well, it is. It's going to be a good morning, and I appreciate the Assemblies and Brett Nation having the the foresight to see that this is going to be a good thing. And
Maybe.
who knows? Next year we
Get
might have
more
a lot
churches.
more
Get
churches.
some more churches.
You better believe it.
Hey, because we're all pushing for the same goal.
Yeah, we sure are.
So it wouldn't hurt, I don't think, to have more people involved.
Yeah, that's our goal, and we're just happy to be able to start off this way. So it's going to be a great day.
That's
Great
awesome.
day. Yeah.
So I know he's a preacher, but you also are in a cult.
Yeah.
You're in a cult,
Yes, I am.
and it's
And I kind of had.
and I hate to use the word disappointed, but I'm a little I'm worried about you.
Well,
Because I mean, it's a big deal. It's turning in. It's eating up a lot of your time, and
you could have been in
I've seen
that.
some changes.
You could have been in that cult too, but I just didn't see the
You're
promise.
too. so we're talking about the pickleball cult.
Yeah.
Dude, you're serious.
Pickleball is a.
Let's really be honest about this.
Yeah, I am. It's just a blast. Let me just start back. This has kind of been a progression.
Oh
When
yeah.
I first came to Perry, basketball was the cult. And I got so many people from the YMCA, my friends that came to our church and stuff like that. But we had a great time playing basketball. And so we did that for several years. And then I got into racquetball because I was starting to get to where I couldn't play basketball very well, moving wise. And so I got into racquetball. Another whole big set of friends from there, and some of them I got to come to the church. And we just had a great time. And all of this happened at the fabulous YMCA that we have here. And played racquetball for a long time. And then racquetball was dying out just because Dirk Wilson and I were getting older and we couldn't move around very well. And we were the main players there. And remind me, I got a story to tell about racquetball, okay?
Okay.
Before we quit, it's great.
Yeah, that's dangerous. I'll try to.
Yeah, it's fabulous. But anyway, we make that transition from racquetball because they were changing the courts into weightlifting rooms. 2015, I think it was, pickleball kind of came on the scene. And there's probably about 8 of us that got onto that real quick. And it's a tremendous game. I play at the YMCA on Tuesdays and Thursdays with some of the greatest guys you could ever be around. And then on Sunday afternoons when I can, which is just about every Sunday except one, I go to Stillwater and play at Total Health there. Just another whole set of people. And so not only is it a fun game, and I have to say, I'm not bad. It's a fun game, but you just meet so many people through it, and you have an opportunity to be an influence onto them, and they influence me too. So it's a great deal. It's a great deal. Danny's not a bad player either. I just can't get him to come out and play.
I mean, I'm busy.
I know.
But I do want to come play. Yeah. Hey, I love those guys, man. Billy Fritchie out of Ditchwitz. He's one of my best. I love that guy.
He's dynamite.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Lumbers, all of them.
Yeah. Yeah. And then old Mike Bartman.
Mike Bartman.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you ain't doing nothing, when do you play?
We play. Start about 11:40 on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Play until about 12:45 probably.
Come get some, but you better bring your A game.
If you like it, you ought to come and play. They've got a nice setup at the YMCA. They've painted the lines the whole 9 yards, so they've done their duty in getting it ready to go. And then the city did a great job too on the outdoor courts over at Century Park. Got 2 outdoor pickleball courts over there.
Was that the city that did that, or was that Exchange Bank?
Oh, I apologize. That was Exchange Bank probably.
Yeah. I think so. I think that's their park. Yeah.
Yep. So Exchange Bank then, I'm corrected. They did a wonderful job.
Well, Zach,
they're beautiful,
my buddy, man. I gotta make sure.
They're beautiful. You betcha. Yeah. They got lights whole 9 yards. So if you want to go up there in the evening after dark, you can go up there and play.
Hey, it is a nice park. Century Park, Exchange Bank put it on for the city, and it has a nice walking trail. It's got everything really. Great jungle gym.
Yeah.
But they better be ready if they come play because you are very aggressive.
Yeah.
You take it very serious.
Yeah, you don't want to lose.
No. I get that.
Losing is never fun. You do lose.
That's true.
It's not
everybody's not a winner in Steve's world.
So you've got to go out there wanting to win, but you win with fun.
Oh, there you go.
You win with fun.
I was wondering how you got to put a ribbon on
it.
Let us pray.
I've never gotten mad at any of those guys. We get intense, but it's fun. It really is.
So tell me your story.
Yeah, here we go. This would be a good closing story.
All right. So he's ready to go.
Yeah.
So we're going to close.
This is history right here. When was it? When was the? I can't believe I can't think of it. Oklahoma City bombing.
Ooh.
Let's say we both know
this. It's in the 90s. 94? I think it's 94.
Okay, yeah.
God, I hope it's.
Of course, the Oklahoma City bombing happened, and
I would prefer it never happened.
Yeah, and it did, and we all are aware of that, and we're also aware of how Tim McVeigh ended up in the jail here in Noble County. Was arrested off of I-35 and ended up in the jail. I think he'd been there overnight anyway, maybe 2 nights, but at least overnight anyway. And they were getting ready to let him loose. I believe it was on a Wednesday. And at that point in time, I played racquetball with the assistant district attorney, Mark Gibson, and the Noble County judge. I just lost his name. It'll come back to me. Anyway, with the judge, and we played racquetball all the time. And so when we played also, we'd play from about noon until 2 in the afternoon. And so that day, they're getting ready to let Tim McVeigh go because they didn't know it was him. And I remember Mark Gibson telling me, the sketch just didn't look like him. They didn't know that. And so they're playing racquetball, the 3 of us. They were late getting back to the courthouse, so they couldn't let him go until the judge was there. And in that time frame, they found out who he was. And because Bond wasn't...
So if you guys wasn't been playing racquetball...
Yeah, we hadn't been playing racquetball together. And if I hadn't been beating them consistently, they tried to stay there to beat me.
So you found Timothy McVeigh.
Yeah, I'm responsible for him being...
Holy smoke.
You don't hear that in history books.
You did.
Yeah, I should have ended up on the Today Show, but I never got there. Gibson did, but I didn't, so...
And the real hero, in my opinion, Some say, oh, he got lucky, whatever. It don't matter. It happened. Charlie Hanger, who was a highway patrolman at the
better
time,
believe it.
who was a friend of mine, and he was our sheriff for many, many years. He is the one that pulled him over
Wonderful guy.
and brought him in.
Yeah, and it was Judge Allen. That's who it was.
Judge Allen.
Yeah. Great guy too. All of them, just great guys. But Charlie did a marvelous job on bringing him in.
None of it would have mattered. None of it would have happened without Charlie.
Yeah, I say all that tongue in cheek, just for the fun of it. But there is a thread of truth in that whole story.
You saved the night.
I didn't save it, but I had a part.
You had a part. Yeah, you had a small part.
I had a part in it. But those are just some of the experiences that 32 years will bring you when you stay in one place. And there's so many other experiences with so many people. And I'm very fortunate to be here.
Well, I know we appreciate you being here. And it's not every pastor can say that they've been at the same place for 30 plus years.
No, not in our denomination especially. Yeah.
A lot of people move around.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to touch on?
No, I don't think so. This guy right here, he's top notch, man. He's a great guy with a great family. And if you don't know him, you got to get to know him. How about that?
Man, you need to be careful.
Oh, that's the truth, man.
I don't want to get you struck.
That's the truth. That's the truth.
All right, guys. Well, thank you for watching the Danny Shade Show. If you don't mind, it does matter. Hit the subscribe button. Go to YouTube and go to @The Danny Shade Show and subscribe. And we'll try to put on some more content for you that you enjoy. I got the approval. I probably shouldn't let this out of the bag yet, but I'm going to anyway. The Territorial Riders, the motorcycle club out of Guthrie, we're going to have them on. And we're going to talk about all the cool things that they do for the community. And if you want to be on the show, all you got to do is send us a message, The Danny Shade Show on Facebook, the YouTube channel, or you can email us at thedannyshadeShow@gmail. And if you got a cool story or a business or something we can help you promote, or you just want to talk about something, let us know. But other than that, you guys have a great night.
Yep. See you April the 20th.
April
Women's
the
Fairground Building.
Be
Easter
there.
Sunday.
Sunday.